vape roll. That's a hot vape.
You like that? You like the piano?
Yeah, I like it all.
All right, I'm ready when you
All right, start in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we're back. I know you asked for it. You didn't even have to ask for it. You know, we're one of those things that's like a pesky rodent. Once you exterminate us, we're multiplying by the dozens, right? Or by the ones or twos. By the dozens, ooh, like a cockroach in the night. Cockroach. Like a mouse. Cockroach. Like a mountain lion. Like a black widow spider. Once you think you're exterminated, we come to exterminate you. Don't call the exterminator. We got ya. Take the elevator up to the 13th floor where the scary road is rolled. Like spiders. Like an octopus. Like a lazy cow that don't got no milk. Like a squirrel. Like a flying squirrel. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to another festive episode of My Tight Hamstrings. I am Graham Rogers, and with me, as always, is my handsome as F co-host, Gerard Bauer, everybody.
Yeah,
Woo!
Gerard AF, man.
Gerard AF. Hard as a motherfucker.
Fully
Dude.
erect.
Dude, you know what made me think about, okay, when I was talking about those squirrels, dude, we used to have flying squirrels in college. And, dude, that is not an animal anyone should have in captivity, though. Those things are high-strung. And, like, back in college, we had this guy who, like, worked in the animal black market. And he would sell things like opossums and chimpanzees, monkeys of some sorts, and he had sugar gliders, aka flying squirrels. All right? So what's more fun for a bunch of college kids than to buy a few flying squirrels? So we did, and we kept them at my buddy's house, my buddy Patrick's house, because he had room for them. But, dude, the thing about those flying squirrels is that once you let them off in your house, like, they don't like people. So what they would do is they would hide, okay? So my friend Patrick started getting, like, PTSD from these squirrels that lived in his house because he never knew where they were. So, like, he'd be sitting on the couch watching television, and all of a sudden you'd see, whoosh, a sugar glider would just come across. Dude, he lived in perpetual fear. To this day, he doesn't like squirrels. Nonetheless, he doesn't even fly now, because those squirrels really messed him up. But what we would do, Gerard, is because they were so high-strung, is we sometimes corral them and we put them in these little hamster balls. And you know what's coming next? We would hotbox those hamster balls. We'd hotbox the squirrel with marijuana. And then all of a sudden, those really high-strung squirrels were chill AF. And they made monkey noises also. You know when you get a squirrel high, they start chirping like a monkey, which is a weird side effect from pot. Dude, we're already getting someone on the gram asking to see my penis. So should we do that? Is it come to that? Is this what we're doing?
No, that's a tease. We'll save that for later.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Lowy Live, we'll save that for later, dude, because you know I got that red rocket, you know, that cinnamon stick, you know, blasting off to space, you know, that flavor. But yeah, I don't think that that anyone should have a flying, unless like you maybe fostered the little flying squirrel as a baby, but you can't buy a flying squirrel when they're 6 years old, you know, like, and they've been out there. You know, it's hard to rehabilitate a wooded creature into the confines of your own home. And that's what exactly we were trying to do. But good thing we had that marijuana card, but it wasn't because it was illegal in Mississippi. So we had that illegal marijuana when marijuana was still full of sticks and like beetles and stuff and like little seeds. They had a lot of seeds in the marijuana I smoked back in Mississippi, because you roll a joint and then it would start popping like rock candy. Do you remember that kind of weed?
Oh, yeah.
That swag buzz.
That brick baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. That brick weed. Dude, I once bought a brick of weed in Mexico for like 3 pesos. And we were on this senior cruise, and we were, feeling frisky. And so we got off at a port call, and me and my friends were walking around being like, where to butt at? And so we a lot of people said that I don't know what it is. They were just... They didn't want us gringos kind of going into the depths of Mexico, but we found a guy who sold us like a legit brick of shitty weed. And then we were like, where do we smoke this? And he's like, I have a tent at the far side of the beach. You're in a little trouble when someone points you to the far side of the beach where a lone tent, a black tent. Like, first of all, if you have a beach at the tent or tent at the beach, like, it should be like a color that deflects sunlight and not absorbs sunlight. This is a hot tarp tent, okay?
He wanted a hot box, really hot box.
He wanted a real hot box. It was hot in there, and so we walk in, and there's like a guy standing out like this, and he was like, he's cool, he's with me. And it was like me and like 3 other just like super gringo boys walk in, and then I was so nervous, like the joint I rolled just, I don't know, I think more weed spilt on the sand than actually got inhaled into our lungs. But looking back, dude, we could have gotten, our heads chopped off, or we could have been held for ransom. I mean, I think someone would have paid at least $1,000 to get me out of someone's closet. I don't know about my friend Jay though. He was probably worth, I don't know, maybe $45 tops. It just kind of depends on like how you stood in the crew. My friend Barrett, dude, he was worth like maybe. Like, dude, he's like worth maybe like a king size Snickers bar. That's all you get from him, dude. This guy was it was hilarious. Like, we were out on the pool deck one night, and dude, this like Barrett was like this. He was a goober, and we were on the patio. And we were drinking, and this pretty girl, just like kind of fell into his lap. And this Barrett had never kissed anything, I don't think. Maybe his mom. And like, so this girl falls into his arms pretty much. They start making out. And so after they make out, I make out with the girl, because that's how you do it on a Carnival cruise. You swap spit with a girl and Barrett. So it was funny because like our parents were on the cruise with us. And so after Barrett made out with this girl, he left. And I guess he went back to our room. And so my dad came in. My dad was out. I think he was at the casino, and he came back to the room where we were all staying. And he could hear this voice repeating this thing, and he could see the shadow of this young man going, "This was the best night of my life. This is the best night of my life. This is the best night of my life." And then it was Barrett, dude. And Barrett was just like consoling it. He was confining in himself. He had such a majestic experience that he couldn't even tell us. He had to tell himself before he could tell us. And we were with him.
He had the time of his life.
Dude, he has such a good time. He became crazy for a second. You become crazy when you start rocking back and forth and you start talking to yourself about what happened 15 minutes prior.
All because he kissed you by the transitive property.
I kissed him by the transitive property. Because he kissed her first, and then...
Oh, so you kissed him back? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And then, that was my best night of my life.
Yeah, kiss him and he'll kiss you back,
dude,
man.
Oh, and it was an accidental bro kiss. It was like that little extra... That little like side spit, that back lip spit, where it's like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen, but it did, and now we can't deny it.
Yeah.
But dude, that girl after that, man, we didn't see the rest of the cruise ship. I swear, she was an angel sent from God. And then after, I think that she like skipped curfew at heaven, and I think she wanted to go down and see some earthlings. And then when God was like, where is this little angel? She was in big trouble. You know, for skipping curfew and going down and kissing Earth boys. But well, I mean,
It's like that pickup line where like, "Hey, baby, when's your curfew in heaven? Because you're an angel."
Oh, dude, if that doesn't get you sex
smooth.
immediately, that's so smooth that like it's. Yeah, or like, hey girl, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only Mississippi.
Because I have no eyes in Mississippi, right?
Yeah. Are there any other good state pickup lines? Hey girl, are you from Nevada? Because you're the only Las Vegas I would bet on.
Because what comes in you stays in you.
Oh,
Are you Las Vegas?
yeah. Because are you in debt to the casino? Hey, are you from North Dakota? Because I don't even know anyone that lives there.
Does your friend want to have sex with me? Because otherwise, Alaska.
Are you from New Hampshire? Because after I'm done with you, you're going to need a new hamper. It's so dumb. Girl, are you from Florida? Because you look like trash. Girl, are you from Mississippi? Because I recognize you. What's up, neighbor?
Hey, girl, you're so skinny. You must drink mini sodas instead of maxi sodas.
Damn, though. He's not even a comedian. He's doing better than me. Hey, girl, are you from Virginia? Because I'm going to virginity you.
Hey, girl, you must be kind of slutty, but I'm more slutty because Idaho.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm more slutty because I'm from Kentucky. Rawr. Hey, girl, you ever been to the Kentucky Derby? Because I'm going to race all over your track. All right, this improv game has to stop. All our viewers are slowly saying, "Oh God, that didn't." Hey, but you know what? What's a good thing about being in the moment, that it could take us anywhere, and sometimes it leads you to make state based pun pickup lines, and that's okay, because if you're not having fun with it, then what are you doing with it? For happy 4th of July weekend. Let's, give a shout out to all the men and women and patriots who have served our country. And, yeah, dude, what 4th of July is going to be, you know what, honestly, like it kind of, big holidays always give me a little bit of a little anxiety because there's so much stuff going on. I'm like, what do I do? And then I end up doing nothing, right? So this year is going to be different. This year I'm going to get an early start, and I'm going to plan to go to the beach, and knowing everyone, they're going to say they're going to go, and then they won't be there. So
The place to go, man. It's the best place to go.
I was there this afternoon
Yeah.
at the beach. Yeah, I went to the beach, and dude, I got into the ocean, and it was really cold, and there's a lot of boys and girls swimming in there, and I got super sandy. And but yeah, it reminded me of how much I like the beach. And I like every time you go to the beach, you're just like, you want to just do something creative, like write or read there, but it never works out because it's too bright and there's too many other distractions. Like, I have a theory that people bring books to the beach just so that they like look at them. It's just like a purse. You bring that, Hemingway book, and you're like, this is what I'm going to read it, but instead you drink a wine cooler and you pass out for 4 hours and you wake up looking like a lobster. Yeah, for sure. Dude, shout out to my bro. My brother went on a church beach trip when he was probably 13 years old, and he unbelievably is more fair skinned than I am, and
Woo.
yeah, that's a dangerous place to go when you're alabaster and porcelain. He had that sweet boy porcelain skin. And so he went to Destin, Florida in the like hot August heat, and didn't wear sunscreen the entire week. Dude came back with 2nd-degree burns. The doctor goes, dude, these are the worst burns I've ever seen. And I have had people come from burning buildings. That's how bad it was, dude. He had whelps. He looked like he had leprosy.
Oh man.
Dude, poor guy, man. And like, yeah, dude, now he wears like mayonnaise on his face, like just to protect himself. That zinc oxide, which is cool. It's making a comeback. I need some zinc oxide on my nose, I think.
Yeah, that was cool in the 80s, man. Everybody put the zinc on their nose.
Yeah, it's cool now, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's, and things come in, trends, and things come in, what is it? Yeah, so like now I think like bell-bottom jeans are coming back. What's that about? I'm down.
They've always been there, man.
They've been there.
They always like peak out every few years, and sometimes you get the boot cut jeans too, which are like bell bottoms, like the entry level bell bottoms gateway drug.
They are a gateway jean. Yeah, they definitely are. I used to cut my jeans at the very bottom to make them, do that cowboy flare. Do you remember that? Were you
like so they'd be rough and tassely?
No, so like at the bottom of the jean where they meet your ankle or whatever, you cut of 2 inches, and they would kind of just flop over your shoe like that.
Flop over your boot.
Over your boot or shoe. And now that just seems destructive, and I'm sure everyone's parents at the time were like, dude, we just bought you these jeans. What are you doing with them?
So you're doing your own boot cut right there. That's a gorilla boot cut.
Yeah, that's a self-made. That's kind of like an everyman's boot cut. All you need is a pair of scissors or a butter knife, and you can do that. It doesn't take a lot to be your own jeansman.
Yeah, I remember 2000, early 2000s, all the ladies wore black boot cut pants that were very tight.
Ooh.
They were almost as tight as yoga pants, except around the boot cut on the bottom.
It's like, what are you looking for? Like, you're just looking for like that ankle penetration at that point, like easy ankle access.
You can go upper pants because you couldn't get down the pants because the zipper was actually in the back and it was so tight.
Oh God!
The zipper is like above the butt crack, and so you had to go up her leg to get to it, man. It was rough.
And you probably catch a snagged spot like in the like kneecap area, because that's when it started getting really tight. So you
got to take off all your rings and your watches to do that.
Oh yeah, the watch was always, you had to take off your WWJD bracelet. What would Jesus do bracelet? Did you do that? The WWJD bracelets? I may have been in Mississippi.
Yeah, I think that's
the
us
Bible
woke kids,
belt.
man. We were fighting the power back then.
Oh man, I was accepting the Lord's power back then.
Yeah, I was fighting the Lord's power.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah,
we would have been ironclassed.
Fucking,
we would have been fisticuffing it.
Yeah, Yankee and Confederate, man.
Yankee Confederate. But I would have had Jesus' side on me, so you would have eventually lost, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light, and no one comes before him, even Gerard or any other heathens. I have the shield of truth. There used to be a whole thing, the breastplate of righteousness. There's all these things, and I always thought that was a cool kind of image.
It's always annoying when Jesus is at your orgy because he always has to come first.
Oh God damn it, dude. Okay, thank you for tuning in, guys. That will be the last episode of My Tight Hamstrings. That'll be the last of it. Yeah, but it was good to be out and about. I did a hike today, and there's a lot of flies out on this hike today. They're eating me up and stuff, but it was a good Sunday. And then, dude, I'm hyper right now. I'm hyper because after the hike I had a bunch of froyo. I got $7 worth of froyo, and at
by
40,
the pound, right?
Yeah, by the pound. Yeah.
You get that by the pound.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I put a bunch of toppings on there and stuff, and I went to a place that had froyo and pokey, and that seems like kind of dichotomy. That seems like kind of like
It's on the corner right here?
Yeah. And I don't know when.
I thought they were two separate places.
No, they're same place. They're same place.
What?
And it's kind of weird because you think you're gonna go in and be like, "What's this fish smell?" But also I want froyo. But there's no fish smell there, which makes it work. Otherwise, it'd be kind of weird because like sushi and yogurt never sound like a good combination, right?
Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying. Like they did it wrong there, but because the frozen yogurt's amazing, and it's just like a weird thing to like look at, where you have like poke and yogurt, poke yogurt, like Pokemon, dude. Oh, so fun. But yeah, now I have a bunch of sugar racing through me. And when I got here, I was like, we're starting now,
Froyo.
Because yesterday, dude, we did a podcast for 20 minutes, and it was quiet. It was silent.
Podcast.
Yeah, a mimecast. And, even though we were having fun, it was more serious vibes yesterday. I was a little bit out of it. I'd been in the car for like a few hours, and, Gerard had been pooping all day and stuff like that. And so it was a little bit more sinister, but sometimes that's okay for a podcast to take turns, wivey turns, curvy curves, and tumble downs, just to get to the main point of what you want to talk about, which a lot of times is just nothing. I want to pull this sweater down a little bit more, see that chest hair.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Zip up.
Yo. Zip it up and zip it down. Oh yeah, zip it up and zip it down. Zip it up and zip it down. Zip it up and zip it down.
That's my mantra for life. Zip it up tight. Put the guac in the bag. Guacamole by my side. And then zip it down when you're getting hungry for lunch. Stuff it in your mouth, yeah. Zip it up, zip it down. 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 Slice it up, slice it all about. Put the blueberry cake in your fucking mouth. Yo. Let the blood sugar spike all about. And when you get to the beach, burn it out. Roll it up, put it in the blunt. Not weed, the cupcake mix. That's an evil spree. That's my sugar free. That's my nemesis. High fructose corn syrup. That's me.
Zip it up
and zip it down. Zip it up and zip it down. Zip it up and zip it down. Zip it up and zip it down. I've had such a sweet tooth. Dude, I've had such a sweet tooth over the last few days. It is, oh my God, dude. It is like, it is so much. It's like, I just want sugar all the time, and I have to discipline. I am learning. I am practicing things that are making me a better person, and one of those is disciplining myself, dude. Yesterday, I really wanted to go out and drink, and I was like crawling in my skin, dude, and I didn't, and so, but it's amazing, like, So, but there's always something with humans, right? Like if you're not drinking, then you want sugar. If you're not doing sugar, then you're, like going to the gym 7 times a day. And if you're not doing that, then you're like, jerking off a lot or whatever. There's always something. And that makes me want to think, why is there always something? Like, why does there have to be an outlet? And I guess it's just like because we have so much energy or what. But, I'm just trying to be at peace with just myself. And just be at peace with like sitting still, and meditation helps, that TM helps a lot with that. But sometimes like I'm even too restless just to sit with myself, but I'm trying to practice that. And if you want to also, it only costs you $400 at the TM clinic in Los Feliz, California. And they do monthly payments, and I'm still paying mine off. I will be for the next 4 years.
And then you will achieve transcendence once you pay
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, but then again, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I gave a girl my mantra, so
Ooh.
now meditation doesn't even work for me, you know? That's that Maharishi curse. Like, they won't even, yeah. I try to talk to God, and God has blocked my number. But that was my fault. You should never give someone, especially a first time date, your most sacred possession. Who am I? What a dunce! I gotta be better about that. I need to be more of an asshole, and be like, hey, you want my mantra? Pay me. You want my mantra?
Can't be giving that up, man. Can't be giving up your mantra on the first date.
First date. But I was doing it, you know, because I wanted to help, and also, But I don't know. Nothing.
Nothing. You didn't get anything in return?
I got a hug.
I mean, I guess that's not nothing.
No, that's worse than nothing. There's always something out there that we're struggling with in some way, sort or form. And if you're struggling out there, then like reach out to us and tell us what you're struggling with.
We can help you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about Gerard, but I have Wikipedia the word therapy and read the first paragraph, so I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Gerard has a beard, so.
Yeah, and I have some fake glasses that make me look pretty smart.
Dude, that's all it is. My therapist first of all, I can't afford him anymore, but dude, I swear to God, like he just sits there, and he's like $300 an hour, and he just sits there, and like I pour information out, but at the end I'm like, what are you doing for me? And he's like, is that how you feel about it?
Does he have glasses?
Yeah, and he has turtlenecks.
Okay. Beard? How's his beard game?
It's great. I mean, it's a nice gray. I mean, he's a little bit older. He's probably in his like early 60s, and so yeah, he's super like soft spoken, and he's like, okay. I mean, like he is a sweet man, and he's really into like his office has a bunch of like Zen and Buddhist kind of like statues and stuff. Like he's into that whole thing. But you know, I got mad because I was like, dude, like I came in here looking for a set of tools to equip me to handle, you know, certain stresses, and all you're doing is glaring at me lovingly. And like if I wanted that, I could just, you know, like stare at a homeless man for a few minutes, and he'd probably give me the same amount of affection or anger, but at least I'm getting something out of him.
What was the best thing he ever gave to you? What's the best advice? Did he ever give you anything good?
No, he didn't.
Really?
Which is like so therapist. He didn't give me. I was like, dude, give me something, and he was like, yeah, no, he never gave me anything. He never gave me any advice, and he may be a genius. Maybe that is part of it, but to me, I feel like maybe he didn't have the answers to what I was talking about. You know, I once walked into a doctor with a weird skin rash on my shoulder, and the doctor goes, I have no idea what this is. And I was like, well, that's your job, dude. Dude, some doctors are shitholes.
Yeah, but he was honest in the first 2 minutes, unlike a therapist who will string you along and then be like, sorry, I'm going to have to refer you to somebody else who can handle your fucking problems. You're a fucking mess.
He did send me to a dermatologist, but it ended up just going away, you know. And yeah, but I think therapists, I don't know, man. Like, are they like psychotherapy? Like, are they becoming like less needed?
No, they're more needed more so than ever. We have so much recreational time. We have a lot of time to work on ourselves, and therapy is good. You know?
I guess that's true. That's true. I guess most therapy is just like, talking about things that have happened. Like this is, you can find therapy in a lot of different ways. This is therapy to me. This is therapeutic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, and it doesn't matter if I'm in a office with an old doctor who has a nice soft beard. You know, this is a way of talking out things that are on my mind and delivering it in a way that is presentable and somewhat articulate to the people that are listening, or even if they're not listening, to myself and for yourself.
Tell me about your hike today, man. How'd it go?
Hike was, dude, it was good. It was $10 to get into the park, which...
You can park on the street there, man.
Really?
Yeah. I go there like Temescal Canyon.
Yeah, Temescal Canyon.
I go there probably once a week.
There's a lot of flies there. I should have brought bug spray and sunscreen. That's two things I did not bring. But it was nice, like it was good for the Instagram. That's why people go anywhere, anytime. Is this so you get that little Instagram? You just keep finding out like people, always want to put up the best image of themselves, and so like, I've been to parties like at house parties that it's no one's house. It's no one owns that house who's at the party. Like, it's weird. Like, you ask everyone, they're like, I don't know who. But girls, post, selfies like, look at my house. That's not your house. Like, that's not, it's just everyone's putting up a false perception of the reality they want to portray. And so that, and that's why we, as a consumer of stuff like Instagram, we get secondarily kind of depressed because we're looking at these things, and we don't even know, like, we're like judging ourselves against a false representation of another person. That's not
for sure.
Yeah, dude, I got off Instagram for about a week. Probably for about a week, a little while ago, and dude, like, I have to be honest, like, my mood was elevated exponentially because I wasn't always like checking myself against another person, and like I find that a lot of times when I get on Instagram that, even though this is the platform that I post this on and go live on and stuff, like it's so, I don't know, I think it's better to just not be on social media all the time. And that's the way I felt with like online dating also, is just that, it was like too much. It was too much of a cesspool, and it was like, it's just gross. You got to take that, because there's so much time in the day, and yeah, you can waste some time. Like as Kanye said, time is the most valuable thing, and I want to spend time on girls who basic. That's some yay shit, Shout out to my boy Kanye West.
Basic bitches, stay away.
But he likes that. Like that's how Ye likes to waste his time is
checking out basic bitches.
Yeah. He's just like, that's his thing. So yeah, you can have that waste of time, but your whole pastime cannot be sifting through the internet. You got to pick up a book or like draw or paint. Like pick up some watercolor paints and some acrylic and paint your face. Paint an apple or a beer can or a neighbor or a neighbor's dog. Just whatever gets you kind of out there creating things, write a book, and don't publish it.
For sure, yeah, definitly don't publish it, because we don't want to read your bullshit.
Absolutely not.
No,
I don't even want to read my bullshit, and we definitely don't. And then, besides that, like, listen, let's wrap it up. I just want this to be a good week for everybody. I'm sending out some positive vibes for everyone out there who's not having a good time right now. Life is tough, and I feel you, and I want you to know that you're not alone in your feelings. And if you're feeling alone, I think a good thing to do is just go outside and meet up with friends, okay? Because talking and hanging out with people is very much cathartic, and it's very therapeutic. So on that note, I'm gonna take you out with a little bit of that Friend song. Here we go. If you're feeling lonely, go outside and see some freaks. If you're feeling all alone, call me up, 'cause I'm at home. If you're feeling like a doobie, come upstairs, I'll see ya, hoobie, yeah. Don't be alone or alone, come to me now. If you're feeling shadowy, step to the light, ooh. If you're feeling light-footed, jump in the pack, yeah. If you're feeling kinda full, then let me be your bowel movement, yeah. 'Cause I'm your friend till the end. We got each other's backs and our bowel movements. Oh, if you're feeling scared, yeah, don't watch a scary movie, come over to me. I'll be your number one boogie. Yeah, feeling all alone and sad and you want to cry. Just make sure you got Dave Matthews on. That guy is lit as the sky. Ooh. Don't be alone. Don't separate yourself from the herd. If you're feeling lonely, I got you. I know what I heard.
Dave Matthews.
Live Dave Matthews, dude. That's that shit I cry to sometimes. Live at Radio City Music Hall. What? Dave, you sexy, sultry son of a gun. On that note, guys, I'm going to take you out of here. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. Take your shirt off. Go to the beach this weekend. Have a barbecue. Drink a beer. And we will see you next time. I'm Graham Rogers, and always Gerard Bauer.
Yeah.
Goodbye.